In this episode today, we're going to be looking at how we start to think about designing our model railway. So when you're building or designing a railway, you have to start somewhere. So you get a piece of paper and then you start drawing things. So you get a rough idea of what you want to do. So you can start drawing some track, some ideas, like where you think things are going to go. You need the size, so we've got the size of the train and how it's going to look. And then we can do some sort of rough drawings, you see, how it's going to look or how we think it's going to look. See, we've got some hills that we're going to put in. And then we talk about building a frame or something like that. So this is just like a rough idea that you start with. And then you can start doing a little bit more detail. So for me, I did something on the computer. And then with the computer drawing, I then started drawing on it as well. Just some ideas, different things. And I'll show you the computer how we do that in a second. So this is the printed track plan. So this is the actual real size. This is how big it is going to be. So you can see my shoe in there. Look how big it is. So it's only a small size track. But if we go in, you can see each section's printed on a piece of paper. So that's the whole track plan, obviously on one piece of paper. But you see, this is actually the real size. So you can see how it's actually going to look. So this was the first design that I made on the software. So you see it's a little bit simpler. And then I made some changes to that one. We changed it, put an extra little loop in, you see. And then again, we made some changes to that one. And then I added in, tried to do some different things. You see, we've got like a circle that we added in and some other things. And then we gave up on that idea. And then we made another idea. So you'll see this one's got like some hills and things. So these are probably going to stay. And we moved some other things in the center here. So this is looking more like it actually will look. And then we ended up with this one. So again, made some more changes. There's nothing much here yet though. So then we added some extra things in. So the last version that we've got is this version here. Oh no, it's not that version. That's the wrong one. Hold on, that's fine. Oh no, yeah, sorry, that's, so there, we made some other changes here with this, this center track. But again, that didn't really work. So then we ended up with the last one. So here's the last one. So this is the last one that we ended up with. That's the one you saw printed on the floor. So we use the track plan system to build all the tracks. So when we're using the computer to design the track system, so we can see over here, we've got different parts of the tracks that we can put down. See, some straights and some curves and different things. So then when we click on the curve, you see that appears over here in the track system. So now I can pick that up. I can move it around. And then now if I then get some other pieces, we can then also join them together. So when you pick it up, you get the little dots and look, can you see it joins it? So you can do that. There you go, it's not difficult, is it? So now it's starting to make the track for me. So here's another one, that one down there. Okay, need another piece of that. There you go. So now look, I've got half a circle of a track. So again, I can copy the whole thing, and then now you see I've got another whole piece. So we can pick that up. I can turn him around like that. Let's get rid of him. We don't want him. And then you see now I can then get some straights. See over here, get some straights. There's a little straight. There's a bigger straight. That's the longest straight. There you go. Look, see, put a longer straight in. So you can put some straights in. I can join that piece with that piece like that. See. So now if I want to put in a little turnout, I can put in a little turnout. Put in some more straights. Need another piece there. Oh look, that bit's not big enough. Need a slightly different piece. That piece is the one. See there? So now that fits in there. We can put a little straight on there, a little curve. There you go, and another straight piece. There you go, you see, it's not difficult to build a track. So that's what I use to build the track system. And then also, you can do a 3D view. So now if you click on here, oh, there you go. So now you can see, oh, I've got my 3D view. We can move it around. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Do you want to see my design in 3D? Let's go back and see if we can open. Let's open the other one. So here's my big design, the final design. So there he is, and now if we click on the 3D view, so there you go, you can see it. Yeah. So there's the track, so you can see where it goes. See over here, we've got some bridges. You can see the bridge that's going over the railway. There, look, see, so there's a tunnel sort of thing. So, and you see all the other tracks. And then these are going up in the air as well. So can you see that goes up? So this outside track is going up. This is going to be a bridge here. It's not going to be green, but there's going to be a bridge there. See, so that track is higher than this track. So you can see how we make that. It's a very clever piece of software. So something else that's helpful when you're building a model railway is information booklets. So we can buy these from the shops. So this one here is about layout, planning and design. So you see there's information in here. Somebody else has built a very big railway there. They've got different sets of information about like the track, making sure you've got space like for carriages and things to move on the tracks. Different information about the sizes of the tracks, and then how you might design it with a computer like we will show you separately. And then checking things that they work, cutting out the pieces of paper, can you see there? And then moving the trains around. And then building some buildings out of cardboard or paper maybe, just to see what everything looks like. Then we've got how to build your baseboard. So if you've designed your layout, how big you want it to be, then you need pieces of wood to build your baseboard, create different sizes, different information, how to screw it all together, cutting the pieces of wood, gluing them together, measuring, things like that, screwing the screws in, fixing it to the wall or putting it on a desk or something. So all sorts of information. Also how to make the higher railways as well, up in the air. So you can do different things for higher railways. Then how to lay down the track. So again, instructions, how we're putting down the track. So checking the track out with the paper. You've got to check the distances between the tracks, cutting the track as well. Other things like putting the track together, lots of cutting jobs and checking things, putting in the wires for the electricity, gluing down the track, making sure that it's all glued down, putting in some stones as well. Yeah, this is all the ballast, all the stones that go between the track. Can you see? We'll do that later on our railway at some point so that it looks nice, like with stones. Then modelling the landscape, how you're building the models and the landscape. So again, using things like cloth, we put plaster or clay to actually make the landscapes. Again, you see, start building buildings and things, how they fit together. You can use like the white polystyrene foam, making bridges, painting it, all different information. Making moulds to make rocks. You see there's a mould there that somebody's putting some plaster in to make a rock. And again, that's all that white polystyrene foam that they cut as well. Again, different ideas how that you make your scenery. So when you can build your train and bridges. So again, how to make a bridge or tunnels. Other information, or kits, how to build your kits. So again, you've got a tunnel kit that you're building. So it shows you how to make the bridges and things. So that's quite cool. Again, all sorts of different information about colourings or different colours, like for grass, how to put the grass down, or bushes and hedges. See, making grass, we've got some grass already, but not much really. Again, all the different grass, painting a river. And yeah, spraying on some glue and things like that. And then the last one, detailing the landscape. You see, again, more information. Creating fences, so you put fences up. Can you see how they're putting them there? Make hedges, like little hedges. You can make your own, or you can buy them ready-made. Trees as well, you can make your own trees. Put your own trees down. See somebody making a tree there. Again, other ideas, gluing things, making a pond, how to make a pond. Rock faces, how to make rock faces. So walls and various other things. Making a road, so, and then making other things for the train. So you see how people do all these. So lots of information booklets that we've got to help build the train. So when you're building a railway, sometimes it's nice to have an idea of things to copy. So our railway is based on a real railway, which is called Longmoor Military Railway. So this was a railway that existed about 100 years ago, and they used it to train the army so that they can build railways and run trains when they had to go to war. So in the First World War and the Second World War, they used the Longmoor Military Railway as a training place so they could train all of the army. So you'll see here, there's just some examples. We've got a book. So Longmoor is actually a real place. You can still go there. There's not much really left of the railway, but can you see there's a track plan there? So there's like a loop that goes round, which is unusual for a railway. Normally they don't go in loops. And then there's some other tracks that come off here, and then some more tracks that go off here. So again, that's actually, you say it's a real railway, it's a real place. You can still see it on Google Earth if you want to take a look at Google Earth. And then you'll see now we've got lots of information about how they started the railway, the historical background, passengers services that they ran. Oh, this is interesting. This is a big spike. Can you see the spike? That's a spike that they use. They put the spike in the railway and they pull it along, and that breaks all the railway. So when they're at war, they can then destroy the enemy's railway tracks by putting this big spike in. I don't think there's that many of those around. But then, yeah, you'll see here, there's different areas of the railway. So again, some of these ideas we've taken and we've put them on our railway. So you'll see some, so here, for example, there's a curved station. This station is curved, so we can have a curved station on ours. Oh yeah, there you go, you can see the curved station. So this curved station comes round. So we've got a curved station on our place. And you see here, like they built some sidings on the railways like we did on ours as well. Again, you can see some other areas. They're all different trains that they operated, lots of different trains, all different styles. So you can see we can use this information to try and help us design our railway. Now you remember the big blue train that we showed you at one point. So there's, or I'm going to show you. That's actually the blue train, that's Gordon. And again, you'll see things like signal boxes and signals. Now also, because ours is a military railway, so we also got some other things we're going to put on. So look, there's a tank, they're loading tanks onto the trains. So actually they use a carriage, a flat carriage, and the tanks get loaded on and off the trains. So you can actually take tanks to places. Then again, you'll see other trains here, lots of different platform. They even have platforms made out of different things like wood. They see some more tanks there as well. Had some little trains as well. Now there's another one. Oh, the bridge. So we've got that bridge that we're building. So again, they used to practice building bridges and breaking them on the railway. So that was something that they did. So again, you'll see the sidings. So again, we tried to take some ideas from what we've seen in the book and on the real railway and put them onto our railway. So you see there's a lot of different books and information here. See, so there's another big siding with some different stuff. So it's quite an interesting book, all black and white photos. So I'm going to try and, I found some with colour. So we'll find some, the colour photos, so we can get a better idea on the colours. But this railway closed in 1968, I think it was. So, and then they didn't use it anymore. So, well, there was, oh, there you go. This is what I was going to show you. Look, they even crashed trains on purpose, so then they can rescue them. So practice rescuing trains. So actually, maybe they didn't crash that one on purpose. So, but you see, yeah, wooden boxes as well. So lots of useful information that we can use to put things on our train. Well, I hope you enjoyed that first episode. In the next episode, we'll start unboxing some train equipment and looking at how we're actually starting to build the train layout itself.
8:30 p.m. Weekdays and Sundays. The Down Coastal Special leaves Houston